Hey, it's the Rooster, Bobby Leach for the TimesWeekly.com. It's been 5 years since the Griffins advanced to a 7A quarterfinal game, but after getting past Providence in Week 11, Lincoln Way East earned the right to not only play in a quarterfinal, but host it. While there were plenty of smiles before the game, once it got started, the East machine looked a bit rusty, and fans were on the edge of their seat after finding themselves trailing downstate Edwardsville 3-0 after 2 first-quarter turnovers. But like a cat playing with the mouse, East was only getting warmed up, and on their next series, the Griffins got down to business, turned to the quarterback Tom Fusel for a spark who ripped off a 69-yard scoring run that touched off a scoring barrage. Tailback Nick Colangelo scored from 3 yards out, followed by another nifty Fusel rushing touchdown from 24 yards out to take a 20-3 lead into the half. In the second half, the East defense kept the pressure on and never allowed Edwardsville any momentum and watched their offense continue to hang one on in a 40-10 victory, advancing to take on Bennett Academy in Lisle for the 7A semifinal this Saturday. The winner will advance to the state finals, which will be held the following Saturday after Thanksgiving in the afternoon at the University of Illinois Champaign.
I mean, they're amazing. I had huge gaps to run through, and I got guys blocking guys downfield, knocking people over. Just all you gotta do is run through the hole. It's awesome.
To be able to advance to the semifinals is pretty amazing. But talk about a little bit about the fact that this is your last home game. There's got to be a lot of emotions going through your head.
Well, I mean, this is the way we wanted at the time. We wanted to come out here, we wanted to strike fast, and we wanted to do it strong the whole game. And I mean, I love these guys. I love playing here. I'm going to miss it, but that's definitely the way we wanted it to happen.
Tom, you look back a little bit at this one, and late in the first quarter, you had the fumble and set up their field goal. What were you thinking that was?
We just flushed it. We forget about it, and we keep going, because if it gets in your head, it's going to stay in your head the whole game, and you got to get past it.
You came right back after that. Next possession, I think you had the long 6 feet, however long it was. You know, was that in your head of, okay, I got to come out?
Yeah, I mean, we got to come out. We got to make up for it, and that's what we did. We got a huge hole, some great blocks by offensive line and our receivers. And all I had to do is I don't think I got touched. I just ran right into the end zone.
Yeah, came out of the gates, and we knew they'd be slugging, and they did a great job early. We just had to stay persistent, turn the ball over a few times. We don't want to do that, but defense hung in there. I thought, even though they took the 3-0 lead, forcing the field goal instead of a touchdown on the short field was big for momentum. And then once we got into the second quarter and in the third quarter, we got to play the field position game with them and had them deep and going against the wind. That was a big deal. And we've been saying it all year, just we're going to get some negative yardage plays. We may get a turnover here and there, but if we just keep giving Tommy Fusel and our offensive skill players the opportunities, they're going to break through. And we started to see that. And special efforts tonight on defense against a heck of a team.
I was just going to ask you about that, Rob. If you could talk about your front a little bit.
Yeah, you know what? We had an awfully good defensive front last year. A bunch of Division I kids. So these kids came in D-line this year a little bit unheralded, but whether it's been our seniors, Kurt Ulbrich, Mike Stakowicz, Adam Hould, or the juniors stepping up, Tyrone Suggs, Scotty Kressel, Cody Hoffman, Sean Stewart, and getting coached by Coach Brian Newcomb and our ex-All-Stater here, DJ Pergol. I really think the last 2 weeks that front, along with those linebackers, has made a difference, and our secondary's played well tonight as well.
Have you played season over the last time this year? Did that have any?
Yeah, it really didn't, because we kind of caught them in a transition, and Coach Matt Martin has got a stamp fully on it now, and they had what a special year they had. Victory over East St. Louis last week, and we have the most respect in the world for Matt and his program, as well as the Southwestern Conference.
You've had a magical year to be able to win one last one before the last 2 games of the season.
Yeah, it's special, get to play week 13, but I think you kind of felt it out here where our kids were excited to win the game, but I think there's still a never satisfied attitude, and hopefully that carries us into next week.
I mean, I think the wind played a big factor in this game. First quarter, we, with the wind to our back, we could keep it close and play the field position game, and then second quarter, you saw it change, as the wind changed in their favor, and then they made the decision I thought they would. We'd get the ball the second half, and they wanted the wind in our face, and there you go.
Quarterback's tough to get.
He's a pretty good player. Yeah, he's a playmaker. He's a difference maker. You know, even if you had them defended right, you still had to tackle them, and that was a challenge at times.
Offensive line too for them. I mean,
they're a good football team. I mean, the win played a factor, but even without the win, we'd had a tough time. They dominated the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball.
Were they what you expected them to be?
Yeah, guys joke with me because I always have everybody we're going to play as Super Bowl champs, but we needed to be more effective on the perimeter, either throwing or running. That's what I felt like, and it made it tough tonight. They did a good job defending us.
Talk about defense. You did force 4 turnovers, but
yeah, our defense did a lot of good things, but with some missed tackles and the way we're playing them, you're going to give up big plays, especially to a kid as athletic as that quarterback is. So.
At the time, there was turnover, especially in the first half, and you were able to get 3 points out of that. Did that seem like kind of some missed opportunities there at that time?
Well, I knew we were going to have to get touchdowns. I knew, and I knew that, especially in the first quarter, we needed to score touchdowns because I knew the win would be a factor in the second quarter.
You talk to kids, and you guys made a big step this year from last year, but I guess this shows you that still another step to take.
Man, yeah, their programs. They're at a different level. We'd like to get there someday. We'll see.
It's quick right now. You just lost the state quarterfinals.
Yeah, I'm proud of our kids. We're proud of our kids. We'll talk about that. You know what? That's a good football team. They get a good chance to run the table. So, my hat's off to them. If you're going to lose, you'd like to lose to the state champs.
All right, Big Tone here with Kyle Langendorf for defense. Out of this world outstanding tonight. You took a team that came, 6-7 hours for a road trip, and you sent them home with 3 points.
Yeah, I don't know. This game was won in the trenches again. Our D-line had a great game last week with those big boys from Pravi, but and bigger game this week. They had a little smaller of an offensive line, but those guys got the job done, and I don't know, everybody's flying the ball, hair on fire, and we're making plays, so you can't argue with that. 3 points, you can't really say much about that.
You and O'Grady, Briggs, Urlacher, a little comparison? Yeah?
I'm way too small to be even compared to any of those guys.
You hit just as hard as that guy, man. Don't take anything away from you.
But we just try to fly around and make plays. Mitch Murphy and Sleeman are doing a crazy job in the linebacker core too, and Jared Leakus in our corners. So
how you going to Benedictine College to play Bennett next week? How do you feel about that? I guess they have the 3 jacks on the offense. I think they call them jack of all trades.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Monday obviously big work day, and we'll get our scouting reports done and see what we got.
I'll tell you, they haven't faced a guy like you yet. So all right.